Good day, everyone, and welcome to today's market fundamental and technical breakdown. My name is Anthony Phillips Njoku, and I'm the founder of Senex Digital Lane, where everyone who has a knowledge gap in digital trading can get the right knowledge, get the right tools, get the right guidance, and also the right strategy to be able to achieve success and profitability in the forex trading world. So in about 2 minutes time, I'll share my screen. How this usually goes is that I will break down the technical aspect of the market, which has to do with the body, and I also break down the fundamental aspect of the market, which has to do with the blood or the macroeconomics. So I want you to use this opportunity now to send these links to your friends, to your family, invite them, inform them that we are live, and then once I share my screen, they can participate. Do that now. Get the link, share it with your friends and family right now. Okay, I believe you have done that. I believe you have been able to share the links to this our live stream with your friends and family. So in few seconds, I will share my screen so you can be able to follow up with our technical breakdown. Okay, if you can see my screen, type Forex on the comment section. Let's make this an interactive session. If you can see my screen right now, type Forex on the comment section. If you can see my screen right now, type Forex on the comment section. If you can see my screen right now, type Forex on the comment section. This will help me confirm that first of all, you can see my screen, and secondly, you can hear my voice. So if you can see my screen, type Forex on the comment section. I need the first person to type Forex. Type Forex in the comment section. You can see my screen. Okay, just type Forex on the comment section if you can see my screen so that I can go ahead and break down the market structure. Then after that, we can go ahead and discuss about the fundamental structure of the market as well. Okay.
Charging in progress. Your phone is at 20.
So currently, what is on the screen is DXY. DXY over here, United States dollar index. That's the meaning of DXY up here, DXY. And we are on the 4 hours time frame. What you're currently looking at now is trading view. Okay, trading view. And DXY shows the strength of the dollar. And based on the strength of the dollar, as at June 24th, the dollar started losing strength to the downside, creating lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Okay, and now it's got to this what support area, which has formed a double bottom. Very solid. This is a very solid support area over here. Okay, why is it called a support? It's called a support because when market got to that level before, from that level the market started pushing up massively. From that level the market started pushing up, creating a higher high and higher low. Okay, so that's why it is called a support area. So from this area right now where price closed in for last week, you saw that since market closed at a support area, also aka also known as a demand area for some traders, we can now start anticipating some upward push today in the market. Upward push. The upward push is going to be a corrective structure. It's going to be a corrective structure of this whole move. It's going to be a corrective structure of this whole move. Okay, it's going to be a deeper corrective structure of this whole move. Okay, and then let's just see what happens after that corrective structure plays out. Okay, let's just see what happens after that corrective structure plays out. So I'll be anticipating buys for DXY this week. Any buy positions I see for dollar, I'll take them. Okay, that's my buyer for this week. I'm anticipating buys. So there is still chances that market could even go below this low. It could choose to go below this low. Like from here it is now, it will go down below this low to take this liquidity below this low. But it still had a very sweet double bottom before moving to the upside. So there's two chances that market could just go below this low to take out liquidity and to take some stop losses. Okay, after that we can now start pushing to the upside. Okay, so that's what I see currently for DXY. Okay, so I need a confirmation that you can hear me, please, because I want to confirm that you can hear me and you can see my screen. If you can hear me and see my screen, type forex on the comment section. It's very important. It's very important that you give me that comment, forex, on the comment section. Okay, so with that said, let's go to Euro USD. Euro USD is, like I said before, is 90% correlated with DXY. Thank you so much, Daniel. I needed that reply because it all seems like I was not communicating and people are not receiving my message. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you, Sophia James, for your comment. Okay, so with that said, for Euro USD, let me make this look neat. Okay, so for Euro USD, we have a similar situation because it is 90% correlated with the dollar. If the dollar is moving up, Euro USD will be moving down. If the dollar is moving down, Euro USD will be moving up. Okay, so a very good indicator you can use is Euro USD and DXY. You can use the both of them to trade the market. Okay, you can put a comparison on the chart, and once you put a comparison on the chart, you can be able to know the particular way DXY and Euro USD works hand in hand. So for instance, why I put this now is because, like I told you guys, I've been telling you guys, it is highly correlated. Euro USD and DXY is highly correlated. So that's why I brought this chart to be this way right now. So one thing that can really save you a lot of stress is once you're trading Euro against USD, you see over here, the market was going up on DXY. What was happening on Euro USD? It was going down. Okay, over here you can see the market was going down on DXY. This orange line is DXY. You see the market was going down on DXY. Euro USD was coming up. So it is correlated. correlated, 90% correlated. Over here, you can see DXY was going up, creating higher highs and higher lows, creating higher highs and higher lows. What was the Euro USD doing? It was creating lower lows and lower. No, it was just ranging though. It was not creating this structure as DXY was creating on 4 hours. Okay, so since DXY now is going down, okay, and we're anticipating what a correction to the upside on DXY, okay, then we're also anticipating what a move down on Euro USD. So it is highly correlated. It is highly correlated. I've said it before and I say it again. It is highly correlated. So let's watch out for that and see how the market plays out for this week. For Euro USD, I already see that the market is at a very solid resistance zone. Okay, the market is at this very solid resistance zone, which has been a cause of what reversal. Okay, there's also high chances that we're going to see what a reversal. Okay, and it's going to be sales. I'm looking for sell opportunities as soon as the market opens up, and then we can see how the market goes from now to Wednesday. Okay, for Euro USD. Daniel, Daniel replied Forex. Thank you for replying Forex on the comment section. Then the next on our list is AUD/USD. To be honest with you, AUD/USD is quite complicated compared to Euro/USD. So it's one of those pairs I might not really look out for this week because the structure on AUD/USD is quite complex because it is currently in between a support or a demand zone and a supply zone. Okay, it has not really figured out of to look for buys when it comes to this zone. But my interest for this week, my interest for this week is not buys. My interest for this week is not buys for like major currencies. My interest for this week is majorly on sales. So for AUD/USD, I might not trade it. I might not send signals on it. I might not monitor it. We analyze all these pairs does not mean that I trade all of them, but I just analyze them to keep track of what they are doing. So I see that there is chances of Euro AUD/USD coming back into this demand zone and then spiking to the upside. There's also high chances, okay, that the market could open up and the market can just start pushing to the upside from here because AUD is part of those pairs that opens before Euro and GBP tomorrow morning London session. Okay, so the market could just open up and then we can see some push to the upside for AUD/USD. That can happen. Then the next on our list is GBP/USD. GBP/USD is way more favorable. Is way more favorable. Steven Federal says Forex guys. Thank you, Steven Federal. Please don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, so that whenever we go live during the week, we used to have a live trading session. Whenever we go live, you'll be notified to come and trade live with us. Okay, so don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. So thank you so much. Over here is GBP. GBP is at a resistance zone as well. I tracked the market back in time. I went back in time. Okay, over here, this is where I see the market Sorry for the break in network transmission. My Wi-Fi went low and tripped off, so I had to plug it in. I'm back. Okay, I see someone demanding for NAS 100. I see someone demanding for NAS 100 analysis. Okay, for me to get that analysis done, I want to see you smash the like button and subscribe, and then I'll probably go through that. Okay. I want you to subscribe and smash the like button, and then I'll probably go through it. So for GBP USD, like I said before, it is not that complex like AED USD. So for GBP USD, I see that there is a supply zone over here. This is the supply zone where market respected after creating a lower high, then the market drop down to take the liquidity below here. So this is a very highly respected zone. So from here now, this is where I see the market having more like a corrective structure because we are still on this overall uptrend, but on an intraday perspective, we can see that there is high chances that we're going to get a corrective structure from this particular supply zone, this particular supply zone. And when that happens, we're looking for our sell opportunities for GBP USD. Then the next on our list is one of the few guys' favorite, XAU USD. XAU USD is also inside a supply zone. I saw a sell setup as at last week. Okay, these are the zones. There is massive accumulations and massive distribution that happened. There is institution sponsorship. So now the market has come back towards this particular unfulfilled zone on H4. Okay, so it has fulfilled those efficiencies, those orders that were lying there. So for me, now I can see what a corrective structure for what gold is more like sales, because if you can look properly overall is we're trending to the upside for gold. So we're looking for more like a corrective structure from this resistance zone. Okay, which is also a supply zone. And from here now, we can now start what looking for next setups. Well, as soon as the market opens up, looking for our sell setups for XAU USD. Then the next on our list is Bitcoin, the people's money, Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, I already analyzed it on the daily and on the weekly time frame, and I figured out that the trend is gradually shifting from an overall bearish trend to an overall bullish trend. Why do I say so? Why I say so is because on Bitcoin currently, we see that we had a massive drop on the price of the coin. And after this massive drop on the price of the coin, this particular trend market that has been selling the market for a very, very long time has been taken out. It has been broken. And it was broke today. It was broke today. So from this standpoint of what I can see currently, after this corrective structure is completed on Bitcoin, okay, within this zone, okay, this is more like a weekly support zone, and this is more like a 4 hours demand zone. So we can now start looking for the proper push to the upside on Bitcoin, which can be moving up massively. Okay, it can even have this continued push up, and the bull run proper starts. So that's what I see currently for for Bitcoin, because I've been looking at the structures, I've been looking at this the trend, and I see that the trend has currently changed. It has currently changed. But if this is a fake out, we'll monitor it as well. This current break we see on Bitcoin, what I say is this particular break we see on Bitcoin over here, if it is a fake out, we also keep track of it, and we'll keep you guys updated. So we're monitoring this chart, and then whatever happens within the week, we'll get in touch and send the signals to the crypto group. Okay, so subscribe and follow us on Telegram. The link is going to be on the description. You can see our link on Telegram, our link to our WhatsApp group, our link to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. Wherever you are comfortable following us to stay updated, click that link and follow us so that whenever we go live, whenever we share content, whenever we give opportunities, whenever we host events, like an event is coming up on August, and we already did our promotions on our different social media handles, so you can be able to come and experience our events physically. Okay, so follow those channels, and whenever we go live, we will inform you guys. So somebody demanded for NAS 100. Let me add NAS 100. Okay, NAS 100. I think I have that under my index. Index. Okay, I think it's this. NAS 100. Right. This is NDX. NASDAQ. Okay, so I see that you guys are subscribed. I see that you guys have liked, and I see that you guys are commenting. So for that, I'm going to do some proper analysis for you on NAS 100. So currently on an all-time high on NAS, massive all-time high. Let me start from the monthly time frame. We're going to get some bigger picture. Okay, so we're at a point of discovery for NAS. Interesting. We are at a point of discovery for NAS, and it's very, very, very fantastic that is happening. So on the monthly time frame for NAS 100, what can I see? I can see that there was a demand zone over here, and this was the monthly demand zone that the market respected before moving to create the current all-time high and recovery. So this is like the demand zone that the markets used. Then this is a point whereby the market broke and changed character, but the market has not yet come back to fulfill some efficiencies that will be lying like over here, efficiencies lying over here, and efficiencies lying over here, where the market is still probably going to come back into. So with that said, the market is still at a point of discovery. Let's go to the weekly time frame. But what I can see on the monthly that we are bullish on NAS 100. Okay, the monthly candle over here. This is the monthly candle. Which is the most important thing is that we are bullish on NAS 100 on the monthly time frame. So since we are bullish on the monthly time frame, let's go to the weekly time frame. We have 4 weeks in a month, and currently we just completed the first week of July, and we're about to open up the second week of July. So the first week of July is this particular candle over here, and it is the candle that created the bullish momentum on NAS 100. Let me zoom in a bit and see what I can spot from this move. So from what I see currently is that I see that there is an uptrend in the market on NAS 100, and this is currently the trending move to the upside. Okay, and based on that, if you can look closely, you see that this market is far apart from the trend line. Okay, and since it's far apart from the trend line, we are anticipating that there could be some reversals coming shortly for NAS 100, because NAS 100 is a risky asset. And since we already defined and analyzed DXY, which is a safe asset, that it's going to be strong this week, just this week, this second week of July, there's high chances that when DXY starts developing some strength, NAS 100 will lose strength because NAS 100 is a risky asset. Okay, so that's what I see currently. So if the market is meant to come back, there is high chances that on the weekly time frame that it could come towards this one, this demand zone. This is the demand zone, the current demand zone I see for the NAS 100 weekly candle. Okay, which is a point of what interest for a lot of traders to be able to spot one more like a corrective structure and then a continuation push to the upside for NAS 100, probably on the third week of July. Because remember, we're overall bullish on NAS 100. Then let's go to the daily time frame. What can we see on the daily time frame? On the daily time frame, if I use this channel that was built from the weekly time frame, and I merge this channel to be accurately fixed on NAS 100. I don't know why this chart is so choppy, but and there's a lot of gaps. Okay, so based on what I can see, like I said before, we're at a point of discovery for NAS 100. Definitely on the point of discovery for NAS 100. And what have we been seeing on the what's it called, the daily time frame? We saw that the market created what, a breakout of this particular channel. After he created this breakout of this particular channel, we saw another what, engulfing candle on Thursday that engulfed Wednesday candle that broke this channel. So this channel is highly respected because this engulfing candle closed below the candle that broke it. So if we're looking at the daily validation point, this is the validation point on the daily time frame, okay, which is where we have massive sellers coming in, okay. And you can see on Friday the charts, the market tried to go back there to grab some liquidity because they knew that on Thursday when this market sold, there are some liquidities that were lying here that has not been filled. So probably the market went there to grab it. After it grabbed that liquidity, we can now start anticipating what, more drop to the downside on the NAS 100. So this is what I see currently for the NAS 100 daily time frame. But what else can I see on the NAS 100 daily time frame? I can see that we have different points of liquidity that we can expect market to come and take out first. And which is the point of liquidity? Over here is a the daily time frame change of character. Okay, this is a daily time frame change of character. And based on daily time frame demand and supply within the shortest period of time, I can anticipate the market to come towards this daily time frame uh, demand over here, daily time frame demand over here, which is more this is mainly for those who are intraday traders or scalpers, so that we can then have a narrow view of where we expect the market to come towards. But for swing traders can be able to add positions, and then when the market gets it, they can take 50 to 70% off and then break even towards heading towards this weekly point of interest for the market. That's for swing traders. But for scalpers and intraday trader, which I am looking for a weekly opportunity for me to drive the market towards my point of interest. So with that said, on the 4 hours time frame, we now have a point of an area of supply on the 4 hours time frame. Okay, we now have an area of supply on the 4 hours time frame, and also a point of interest which has a correlation or a confluence with the daily time frame point of interest as well. And this is where we see that there was a lot of massive sellers that came into the NAS 100. So with that said, we can also spot out that we have a demand zone over here as well. We have a demand zone over here, and we have also an unfulfilled demand zone over here as well. Okay, for the 4 hour time frame, we have an unfulfilled demand zone, but I can see there's high chances that market is going to also respect this current one, have a little correction before coming towards this second one which has not been fulfilled. So with that said, we can now say that we can expect market to come towards this zone on the 4 hour time frame. So on NAS 100 right now, we now have to now be looking for our entry opportunities for the sell direction on NAS 100, because we are on top of the channel that what the market has been respecting for a very, very long time. So with that said as well, once the market opens up, looking for the sell setup, like I told you, we're anticipating DXY to be strong. And if DXY is going to be strong, which is a safe asset, NAS 100, which has to do with the top 100 companies in the United States of America, which is a risky asset, would also go down in price. Okay, money flows in certain directions, and money moves hands from one asset to different assets because of different fundamental reasons. Okay, so and also be noteful that the gunshot attempt, or the assassination attempt against uh, the former president of the United States of America, President Donald Trump, uh, also is going to have some impact in the market this week we're going into. So once the market opens up, I'll start studying the charts, studying the fundamentals, and then see how it also moves the market. So I anticipate the market to open up within an hour, 30 minutes. Okay. But for the Asian session, it's likely going to open within 26 minutes. So does anybody have any question? I hope everybody understands our bias now. Does anybody have any question? Any question? Any question? Okay, no question. So with no question, I would like to move to the next segment of our fundamental breakdown. This has to do with the fundamental breakdown. I've already talked about technical breakdown, but for you guys that are on this particular live stream and you're wondering how can you learn more from me, we have our store. We have our website as well. Our website is www.10xdigitallink.com. You just go to Google and type www.10xdigitallane.com and click on enter. Sense of direction now. Uh, so Le Ledel Bunta, I don't know if I pronounce your name very well, but you're welcome. Then we have a question from Stephen Federal. He says, "Must we only focus on the trend?" Yes, Stephen, you need to know the trend of the market and you need to ride with the trend of the market. Okay, because the trend is your friend. And there is a very, very important fact about that statement: the trend is your friend. Don't always try to be a contrarian trader. It can have is a double-edged sword. A contrarian trader is someone that sees the market buying and now wants to be looking for sell opportunities. The point there is that if the market is meant to buy and it starts selling, or you expect the market to buy and it starts selling, switch your buyers and sell. If the market is meant to sell, okay, and you are buying, and you see that the market is selling, switch your buyers and then sell. Okay, that's what you need to know. But the trend is your friend. You need to know how to trade with the trend. So for you guys that are interested to learn more, we have our website over here. And with this website, I've taught people in US, Canada, Angola, South Africa, Venezuela, uh, different people in different parts of the world. Okay, even within my country, Nigeria, I've taught people in Abuja, Port Harcourt, Lagos, Owerri. I'm not even with them, but they learn from the website. All they need to do is pay for a package. After they pay for a package, they'll gain access to our education. Once they gain access to our education, they can be able to study the whole materials. After they have studied the whole material, they can have a one-on-one session with me. And once you have a one-on-one session with me, you can ask your questions and I'll put you through. Okay. So currently on our website, we can see that we have some companies who are working with some softwares we use. This is our team, our global team. And then we also have our stats. These are our prices for our courses. This is like the 1 month class, which has no discount, just for $9. Then the 3 months with 5% discount, the 6 months with 10% discount, and the 1 year with 20% discounts. From these 6 months upwards, you get a startup account of $5,000 from a prop firm we are currently working with. And this prop firm has been confirmed to be paying out traders who are profitable. So you'll be getting an account from them. More like it's an encouragement. It's like a startup capital, just like in my tradition. Okay, we always like to empower those who go through our mentorship. empower those who go through our system. Okay, it's more like here in my tribe, what we do is that when you learn a business from a master, and you're done learning this business from your master for a certain period of time, a year, 2 years, 6 years, okay, the master is responsible to empower you with some capital that will enable you to be able to venture into your own business and grow. So that is exactly the same culture, the same ideology I placed into our business. Once you enroll for the 6 months package or the 1 year package with us, and you have successfully completed these classes diligently, and you've taken actions to learn and practice what you've learned and believed in what you've learned, then you can be able to what? Enroll in this program of getting a funded account of $5,000. Okay, so it's not just for everybody, it's for those that has been able to enroll with us for a certain period of time. Okay, so these are some of the testimonies we have gotten from people who have enrolled from us. This is Miss Ebere. Good day, Mr. Njokoma Kochuku. Thank you very much for this advert you did on your WhatsApp status that made me to join and know how to trade and make double of my money on my coin. I thought it was a joke. Oh. It's good to follow advice of someone that knows what he's doing on coin. I'll tell all my friends about this to join and make double of their coins. Thanks very much. This is Sistus. I love how easy it was to get started, especially with all the tutorials. I quit my second job with the income coming from Tennis Tutor Academy. Nneka says, knowing and having you as a mentor is the best thing that has happened to me. And I'm glad every single individual that passes through me has such testimonies, because my passion is leadership and financial freedom. What really makes me happy is to see the transformation in the lives of the people in the world when they become less bothered about money and live the life that they love. So over here now is our store, because probably most of you might be wondering, okay, if I'm ready to pay, but I cannot pay to your local bank account. Like, we use UBA, which is registered with SICRUM, Special Control Unit Against Money Laundering, which is EFCC, which is in our country, is in charge of that certificate. So if you cannot send transfer to that particular bank account, you can go to our store. The link to this store is going to be on the description. I'll have to now update this price. It's meant to be $49. I'll update all the prices over here, and then you can be able to pay. Click on subscribe, pay for your package. You can use your credit card or you can use your debit card. Okay, but if you want to do bank transfer, you can as well do bank transfer with this website. It's on the store. You just click on the description. The link to the store is there. So once you do that, you gain access to all these values. I already explained them before, I won't go over it again. So let's dive into the fundamental analysis. Okay, so for the fundamental analysis, to start off the week, tomorrow, Monday, we have New York session. We have New York Empire State Manufacturing Index. Manufacturing Index has to do with the manufacturing sector. So over here, the previous is -6, consensus is -6, which is more like a neutral ground. If we get the actual figure, and the actual figure is something like -5, it is going to be positive for dollar. This could be the trigger we needed to see dollar to sell to the downside. So this news is coming in by 1:30, so watch out for it. And then we have the Fed Chair Powell speech as well by 5:30 tomorrow. So watch out for his key points as well. Then on Tuesday, July 16th, 2024, we have new London session. We have Euro economic sentiment, which has to do with the way people are feeling about the economy. Is it growing? Are they optimistic about the economy? Are they pessimistic about the economy? Is the economy diminishing? So these have to give us the results. The previous is 47.5 and the consensus is 44.3, which is lower than the previous, which is more like a pessimistic view. But if we see an optimistic result like 48, 45.3, it's going to be what? A positive result for euro, and we could see some strength on euro during that period. Then over here we have the inflation rate year over year for the Canada during New York session on Tuesday. Inflation in Canada, like I said, Canada is one of the countries that their inflation has been under control. Most economies in the world want to be able to control their inflation to be below or at 2%. Okay, so but Canada currently their inflation year over year is 2.9%, and their consensus is 2.9%. Okay, so which is quite not too far from the target, but it's just a difference of not 9%. So over here we have the CPI team mean year over year. We have the CPI median year over year. But the major one I'm looking at for is the inflation rate year over year. So if you see a figure higher than 2.9%, it is going to make CAD to be strong. But we see a figure like 3%, it's going to make CAD to be strong. If we see something like 2.5, it's going to make CAD to be weak. Okay, so watching out for that. Then all this one, the team mean year over year and the median year over year is a derivative of inflation rate year over year. Is a derivative. When you say something is a derivative, it works in conjunction to whatever inflation rate year over year gives to it. Okay. So that same 1:30 p.m. West African time on Tuesday, we have retail sales year over year, retail sales X gas and auto month over month, retail sales auto month over month, and retail sales month over month. So we are watching closely on the retail sales month over month and retail sales year over year. Okay, so that will be the major data I'll be watching out for the dollar, which is going to forecast if the dollar is going to be way more stronger on Tuesday. For the year over year figure, we see that the previous is 2.3% and consensus is 2.1%, which is bad for the dollar. It is lower. Okay, so if we see something higher than 2.1%, like 2.2, 2.3, 2.5, 2.4, then we can expect strength to come in on dollar on the year over year. Then over here, the same bias plays out for the month over month. If you see a figure higher than zero, it is good for the dollar. But we see a figure lower than zero, it's going to be bad for the dollar. I anticipate that the retail sales year over year and month over month will be higher. That's my anticipation. So if that happens, dollar is going to be strong on Tuesday by 1:30 West African time. Then on Wednesday, we have inflation rate over here for the Great Britain pound, LA London session by 7 o'clock on Wednesday. So over here we have previous is 2%, consensus is saying 2%. Analysts are expecting it to be the same inflation rate over here. But we see a figure that is higher than 2%, then it's going to be bad. Sorry, it's going to give strength to the to GDP, GBP. I mean, if we see something like 2.1, but let me remind you, every bank has the target to keep inflation at 2%. And you can see year over year for the Great Britain pound is currently at 2%. Okay, so if we see a figure like exactly 2% again, no worries. Okay, no worries. There is still high chances that the market is going to what have little or choppy moves when that news is released. Okay, but the major one that will move the market is CPI for eurozone to be precise. Okay, so CPI for eurozone will be announced on by 10 o'clock on Wednesday, and this CPI now, the previous is 126.31 and the consensus is 126.6, which is higher than the previous. Okay, so if we see a figure higher than 126.6, it's going to give euro strength. But we see a figure lower than 126.6, it's going to give euro weakness. Okay, and from the past data, euro inflation is being controlled currently. Okay, that's why a lot of optimistic views has been showed up with the economy of euro to grow based on GDP results we got. I think last week or last 2 weeks. Okay, so let's see how the euro central. This has to do with euro central, not every part of euro, because the European Union is massive. We have different countries there making up euro. So watch out for that. But like I told you already, if you see a figure higher than 126.6, it's going to make euro strong. If you see a figure lower than 126.6, it's going to make euro weak. Then on that Wednesday during New York session, we have building permits for the London to be precise. It has to do with real estate. How many agencies, how many real estate builders, developers has gone to the government to file for the permit to be able to start building construction work or building projects within the country of United States of America. So over here we have the previous to be 1.399 million, and currently the consensus is 1.39 million, which is lower than 1.399 million. Okay, difference of 0.009 million. Okay, so if you see a figure higher than 1.399 million, probably get 1.4 million, dollar will be strong. If you see a figure lower than 1.399 million, like 1.398, okay, dollar will be weak immediately. So on Thursday we have Asian session. A lot of Asian session news. I see a JPY balance of trade, which has to do with total imports minus total exports. If imports are higher than exports, it is bad for the currency. If exports are higher than imports, it is good for the currency. Okay, so over here we have 240 billion yen minus 240 billion yen, which is lower than minus 1,221.3 billion yen. Okay, which is lower. So I think Japan export is quite higher. So this is going to give Japanese yen strength on Thursday. So watch out for Japanese yen strength on Thursday. Then employment changes for AUD coming in hot by 2:30 a.m. West African time. So it has to do with people that are employed. So if this figure is higher, let me be specific. I think let's click on that news. That employment changes, it confuses me a bit with unemployment rate. Okay, when it comes to employment change in Australia, it refers to the overall change in the number of people who work for pay or profit, as well as the number of who do unpaid family labor. Okay, full-time and part-time employment are also included in the estimate. A higher than expected figure should be seen as positive for AUD. Lower than expected figure should be seen as negative for AUD. Okay, so I get that clear now. So this employment change, if we see a figure higher than 20K, okay, it's going to make the AUD to be strong. But if we see a figure lower than 20K, it's going to make AUD to be weak. The last figure we got was 39.7K. Okay, and the analysts are saying that it will be lower, which is bad. We want more people to be getting jobs. Okay, so if we say a figure, it's just like non-farm payroll but for AUD. Okay, it's non-farm payroll but for AUD. Non-farm payroll for dollar comes in first week Friday. Okay, this is non-farm payroll for AUD happening Thursday this week. Okay, it's quite very important, very important. It's going to move the market seriously. So if you see a figure higher than 20K, it's going to give AUD strength. But if you see a figure lower than 20K, it's going to give AUD weakness. Like I told you, AUD is quite complex. The technical chart is quite complex for me. Okay, so I'll be monitoring this news. I'll just give you guys updates on the news, but probably I'll not be trading AUD. I'll look for other pairs that the structures are way more understandable, because I want to work with a flow. I want to work with something that if I study, I can be able to flow with it. I can be able to read its language. Okay, so probably before Thursday, AUD might have given me a language or a structure I can read and understand. I can then relate it to you guys. But if I don't get such, probably I will not even give it attention. Okay. Then unemployment rate for AUD on Thursday as well, early 2:30 a.m. Previous is 4%, consensus is 4%. So if the unemployment rate increases, it's bad. Unemployment rate stays below, it is good. So that's just it. Then during London session, we have unemployment rate for Great Britain pound. Then the previous is 4.4%, consensus is 4.4%. Just the same way I analyzed the first one. If the unemployment rate is high, it is bad. If you get 4.5, it is bad for Great Britain pound. If you get 4.3, it is good. Then employment changes, the same for what we read on employment change for AUD. If you see a figure higher than minus 160K, it is good. And if you see a figure lower than 160K, it is bad. Okay, so based on insider, somebody I know that is in London currently says that jobs are very few. Even a lady is doing the job of a man now. So you need to be able to know that jobs are few and the available ones are night shifts majorly. No, the morning shift jobs are specifically not available, but for some certain degree of people. So I'll be seeing how this news plays out. Probably if the figure is negative for Great Britain pound, we'll see some sales on Great Britain pound that day. Then we have deposit facility rate for Euro on Thursday, and we have the interest rate decision on Thursday. So Euro has the interest rate decision. So the interest rates, Euro has cut interest rate before. Okay, if they leave the interest rate on cut again, it's going to make Euro to be weak. Okay, but if they cut interest rate, okay, no, if they leave it on cut, okay, it's going to make euro to be weak. If they cut interest rate again, there's high chances that euro will also be weak. Okay, so once this interest rate is announced, then we can expect some weakness on euro on Thursday as well. Then I'm expecting euro to be weak on Thursday. If they leave the interest rate unchanged, euro will be weak. If they make it cut, euro will be weak because inflation rate in euro is coming under control. So Euro has already started cutting. So continuous jobless claims, you have to do with people who are filing for jobless claims. People that say if the figure is higher than this consensus is bad. Okay, if the figure is higher than this current consensus, it is bad. If the figure is lower than this consensus, it is good for dollar. The same with initial jobless claims. So we're looking way more into this initial jobless claims more than the continuous jobless claims. Okay, so guys, we'll be trading live on Thursday. I see that there's a lot of high impact news I'm really interested in. So we're trading live on Thursday. We'll start our live trading session on Thursday, probably by 12:30 or 12:45, so that we can be able to do some analysis on the chat, the structure of the chat on Thursday, New York session. We'll be dropping the link. So you want to be notified when we go live, click on the subscribe button and the bell notification icon so that you will be notified when we go live on Thursday. Okay, New York session. We'll be trading both the interest rate decision and the initial jobless claims for the dollar, USD that day. We'll read the chart and focus more on Euro USD. So on Friday, we have inflation rate year over year for Japan. Inflation rate has to do with inflation. So Japan is currently at 2.8% inflation. Price of goods, services, and transportation is just 2% increment, 2.8% increment. So at this conjunction, if you see 2.8% as well, then there will be slight movement on Japanese yen. But if you see a higher than 2.8%, Japanese yen will be strong. Okay, but we see inflation lower than 2.8%, Japanese yen will be weak. Okay, but I anticipate that this it will either be 2.8 or higher than 2.8. So then this is happening by Asian session. Okay, Asian session. Okay, so I'll probably advise you look for your entries on Thursday evening towards this Asian session. It's not always good to trade Asian session pairs during the news hours, because sometimes there is no massive volume and liquidity, and there could be some silly spreads and spikes and delays. Okay, then during London session we have GDP, GBP retail sales year over year, GBP retail sales month over month, and GBP retail sales X4 month over month, and GBP retail sales X4 year over year. Okay, so retail sales has to do with total people who have sold goods from their stores. People who have sold goods from their stores. So year over year and month over month. We'll be looking majorly on this month over month. Okay, so the month over month, if you see a figure higher than minus 0.4, it is good for GBP. If you see a figure lower than 0.4, minus 0.4, it is bad for GBP. And anticipate that this is going to be high because the previous data was 2.9% for the month over month. Okay, and X4 it has to do with anything that doesn't have to do with four products. Okay, then it doesn't have to do with diesel, it doesn't have to do with petroleum. Okay, so X4 month over month, you see if you go higher than minus 0.3%, it is good for GBP. If you see a figure lower than minus 0.3%, it is lower, it is going to make GBP low or weak. Then the card retail is the next in line. Card retail sales year over year, card retail sales month over month, and card retail sales X auto month over month. Is the same analysis for GBP retail sales that also analyze card. It has to do with the total sales of products. If you see a figure higher than minus 0.2%, it's going to make card to be strong. If you see a figure lower than minus 0.2%, it's going to make card to be weak. Okay, so with that said, guys, I want to inform you guys, if you want to get funding from a company I'm currently working with here in Nigeria, you can go to 10 Trade. I'll be dropping my referral link. Link is going to be on the description. This 10 Trade now is a proprietary firm that gives traders funding. Okay, you can get starting from $1,000 up to $500,000 in trading capital, so that you can be able to use this medium of trading to be able to get access to funding. I'll give you my referral link. The referral link gives you access to get a 50%, get some discounts on your purchases. I've not the actual percentage has not been confirmed yet, but I know you'll be getting some discounts. and as well I'll also be getting some commission. So it's a win-win situation. Instead of you paying a higher amount, you're paying a lower amount. And for me telling you about this particular information right now, I'm warning you that you need to use my link so you can be able to get this discount. You also give me what a commission. It's a win-win situation. So I'll be dropping the link on the description. I'll also be attaching it on my link tree. My link tree is I'll be adding it, my affiliate link to 10 trade. That's the current company I'm trading with. After 14 days of trading, you are liable to make what withdrawals, and withdrawals come within 24 hours. It doesn't surpass 24 hours. So it's quick, fast, and efficient. I don't know why this is taking quite longer, but I'll be dropping the link for you guys. So for you guys that don't have trading capital, I'm just informing you, don't always see it as an excuse, okay? Generate money. You say you don't have money. Let me give you 6 things you can do, or less than 6 things you can do to generate money. First of all, get a job. Okay, that's what our parents always taught us. Go to school, get good grades, get a job, and then from there you can build a sustainable future. But one thing I have to advise you, based on mentorship I receive from different academies, once you get a job, that job is going to give you some income to invest in assets that can then give you passive income. So when you stop working, you also have a source of livelihood and be able to sustain your means of earning money. So get a job, sell some liabilities. There are some items in your room, in your house you don't use anymore. Sell it. Okay. The truth can be painful, but you need to sacrifice. If you are not sacrifice what you have to get what you want is going to be sacrifice of what you currently have. Okay. Then something else you can do is go and do some minor works. Okay, go and find some people that you can assist with some tasks. Be a freelancer. If you know how to create graphic work for people, let them pay you. If you know how to design website for people, let them pay you. If you know how to do manual jobs, like you know how to wash cars, wash dishes, you know how to offer that. There are people that are washing cars of billionaires, and they're paying them not less than $50,000 just for one car wash session for their car, Rolls Royce. These people use macro technology to wash cars. It all has to do with your vision. It has to do with your IQ. You're called a car washer doesn't mean that it's going to be a petty job. It has to do with how you intend to grow this business, grow these visions, and your target audience to offer these services to. Okay, so generate money from there. You can be able to now start investing into your trading capital. Okay, trading journey, trading business, trading process. Okay, that's what I'm telling you. That's the third way. Okay, the fourth or fifth way is you can borrow the money. Once you borrow the money, you invest it in this business. Once you make some returns, you can be able to pay back the person you borrowed it from, or the platform you borrowed it from, and then be able to build yourself from there. This is the best skill you can learn, because it's a digital skill that even as you're traveling from different parts of the world, all you need is your laptop and internet connection to still make money for yourself. So I hope I've said a lot, and I've said the best I can offer to you is to give you education, the right education, and get the results. My name is Anthony Phillips Njoko, and I'm wishing you a profitable trading week. Peace.